This Saturday morning action cartoon review comes from Black Shadow. Thank you for the request. And oh boy, saying the title of this show is going to be a real mouthful. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go is set in the Sugazum, a city that takes up a good portion of its planet, the rest of which is called the Zone of Wasted Years. The main character is a boy named Ciro. When he was exploring the outskirts of Sugazum, he discovered a giant abandoned robot and decided to see if he could salvage any spare parts from it. Once inside, however, he pulls on the switch, thus awakening the 5 robot monkeys that form the Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce. In the process, Ciro was also aided by the 5 robot monkeys. Their mission is to save the Sugazum city from the Skeleton King, who is the main antagonist of the series. By virtue of the fact that Ciro was not a superhero from birth, the 5 robot monkeys must train him, which ultimately results in him leading the team. The robot monkeys continue to train Ciro, as he fulfills his destiny as the protector of the universe. When fighting the larger enemies, the Hyperforce uses the Super Robot, which can split in 6 separate vehicles in true Japanese Super Sentai fashion. Its main attack, when combined as one whole robot, is Lazatron Fury, an energy beam fired from the chest. The Super Robot also serves as Ciro and the monkeys' home a long-range vehicle. This show is very influential. At first, I watched it for the action, but the drama and the romance, thus the backgrounds themselves, have stuck onto me. Other than Code Lyoko, there has never been a show I have stuck to as long as this. It's very well written, it has some awesome characters, and not to mention the fact it's hilarious. Each character has his or her own personality that separates him or her from the team, so it is not as if they're repeating themselves. Although there have been some issues of some episodes being unoriginal, but other than that, this is a great show that influences kids and some adults to act like heroes. I used to watch this show all the time and love every minute of it. It had great action, and the humor was almost like Teen Titans. It even had Greg Sipes as the voice actor for Ciro, who played Beast Boy in the original Teen Titans. The main villain of the series is the Skeleton King, who was voiced by none other than Mark Hamill himself. Despite being a pretty funny show, especially with SPRX-77 being the comic relief, many villains had a little humor, and the Skeleton King was among the darkest villain of the cartoon. However, the show ends on a cliffhanger, and a pretty big one at that. For those that don't want to be spoiled, the Skeleton King is resurrected even more powerful than before, creates a castle of a formless ooze, and raises an army of undead to invade Sugazum. Ciro then contacts the Hyperforce allies to prepare for the massive war. A war that will never be witnessed since the series was never renewed. If there's a good petition on saving a 5th season, I'm definitely putting down a signature on it. No show deserves to end on a cliffhanger, or they'll be defined as incomplete shows. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go is another amazing action-adventure show from the Jetix block. If you're a person that likes action, humor, and monkeys, this show is for you. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go gets an 8.4 out of 10. This is Red Wolf signing out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.